Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we have a new trailer, my friends. A new trailer is here, and we're going to talk about Ant-Man Quantumania trailer. Oh my gosh. If you don't want to know spoilers, go away, because we're going to talk about this thing in depth. We got Brian V. Klein in the house to give us some comics insight, and very excited. Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name is Matthew Carroll.
And I'm Ashley Coffin.
And in our third chair today, we have the wonderful, the comics knowledge extraordinaire, BVK, Brian V. Klein. How are you, bud?
I'm doing great. I mean, I do have a podcast where we do a lot of the comic stuff, so
yeah,
extraordinaire may be a little flowery, but hey, I'll take it.
You're our expert, so I really wanted to get you on this one today because looking at the trailer, I can tell there's probably references and characters and things in the background and all kinds of stuff going on that is a reference to different comics runs, but I don't know what. I know there's like stuff that happens in the quantum realm in comics, and I even read it in a couple Ant-Man comics where they go down into the quantum realm, and you know, he faces off with some character down there. There's like some sort of Knights of the Round Table or something going on down there. You know.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions. Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man!
People still need help, Dad. That's why we made this. It's like a satellite for deep space, but quantum.
Wait a minute. You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Turn it off. Now! Secret universe beneath ours.
What are you so afraid of?
There's something I never told you.
This place, it isn't what you think. I can get you home and give you more time if you help me. So, what's it gonna be, Ant-Man?
Okay, all the Kang action, guys. That's what's got me most excited. Like, he looks so Kangy, you know.
I was surprised with the money shot when he came down and he had the full on comic looks with the purple and I was just like, okay. I think we knew that Kevin Feige knew what he was doing because the whole time, you know, everyone, Jonathan Majors, he's going to be Kang, but it's just, you know, everyone's going, oh, he doesn't look like it. He's not just relax. And then when you saw that, it's like, okay, boom. Oh, you guys could be quiet right now and just watch that.
Yeah. I love the coloration of his suit. Like, it's just comics accurate enough, but like modern enough and just looks cool. Like it's cool. That purple. It just looks so cool.
Yeah. And just that blue tint in the face was what made that look.
Oh,
just like, because it gave him that otherworldly, you know, futuristic, you know, type look too. So
I'm just interested to find out what he's doing there, you know, what his whole plan was and his idea to go down into the quantum realm. Looks like an army.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean,
Because it looked like they were setting an army up down there.
It did. It really did. I mean, he's the conqueror. I've theorized for a long time, and I don't know if this is the case, that the quantum realm is sort of a doorway between the universes. It's also a way to travel through time, of course, but like it's a way that the different universes are connected. And in Loki, we saw that like he's living in the citadel at the end of Forever or whatever it's called, and like he's looking at the timeline, and I kind of always envisioned the quantum realm as like a way to enter and then exit to different timelines, as they did in Avengers or whatever. And So I guess it made a lot of sense if he's like making incursions or excursions into other realities. If he's like building an army in the quantum realm and like launches attacks or whatever to conquer different realities. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, we also didn't know at the time, because of the TVA, everything was blocked off. There was a time beforehand. I mean, just the whole thing that they explained in Loki was maybe he was using the quantum realm to sidestep some of that stuff, and he got stuck down there, which is why he's there, because it makes it seem like he needs to get Scott's help to get out of there. Because we've already seen, I don't know if some of the clips that were shown at D23 where Kang pretty much is like, I've killed a lot of Avengers in different universes, so you guys aren't going to be much to me. So it's sort of like we already know that he is established as being a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't his line something in the D23 one, something like, have I killed you before or something like that? The Ask Ant-Man. Yeah.
Like he didn't really know. So
too many Avengers I've killed. I can't remember if I've killed you yet.
Yeah.
So good.
I didn't notice it until this first time though, going to the trailer, when you see the Baskin Robbins throwback and it says employee of the century.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait, they canned his ass back in the first movie.
Now they're trying to make up for that big mistake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The dude did put together the thing that saved, the universe. So,
and he's really, we know from other properties, particularly Miss Marvel, that he's like kind of capitalizing on being an Avenger and making himself a celebrity with his podcast, because podcasting equals celebrity. So that's what we know. We know that we haven't told everybody yet,
that's the level that we've gotten to.
Big celebrities over here.
Big time.
But I love the whole vibe of the trailer. There's just so much going on, and I know we're going to get into a lot of it with the frame by frame.
It's just gorgeous. I didn't no idea what they were going to do with the Quantumania, but it looks like there's going to be spending a lot of time down there.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be, just from even the trailer, just the colors, and it gave up a lot of, to me at least, like Guardians of the Galaxy vibe, because of all the different, like looking and going back to like the comic stuff. There's a lot of stuff down there. I don't know much of it, and I'm definitely like intrigued to find out what some of these things are if they're not fully original. To see, like, oh my God, there's just so much that you could just, like I said, we'll do the frame by frame and just check out and see, like, wow, what is all this stuff?
Exactly. Even like in the lab scenes, there's just so much behind them and stuff that I'm like, this is actually going to be a frame by frame kind of afternoon.
That's like, this is why you don't let your kids get involved.
Yeah. Damn it, Cassie.
Yeah, I got like real like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They should have called it Ant-Man Honey, I Quantum to the kids.
Yeah.
The thing that excites me most about this quantum realm and them delving so deep, we talk a lot about when they do these big movies that are clearly going to have implications beyond this movie. Like the introduction of Kang. We know the Kang dynasty is coming. And the introduction of Kang, I guess this is Kang the Conqueror, as what we've been told.
Yeah.
We always have that conversation of like, is this infringing on the solo movie nature of what this movie is, right? Is this an Ant-Man movie anymore if it's a Kang movie, But what I love is if you look at the first two Ant-Man, then Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man has these little tidbits about the quantum realm. Like we know that Janet gets trapped in the quantum realm, and then at the end, he goes into the quantum realm. So it's like these little like, oh, the quantum realm's a thing. And then in the next one, they're like searching the quantum realm, and Ghost is back from the quantum. So like the second movie is so much about the quantum realm, and then they get her out, and now it's like almost the culmination of that trilogy. So even though it feels, like, oh, it's a big Kang movie and they're setting up the big bad for the next decade or whatever, the next two phases, like it's also very much in line with what Ant-Man has done so far. And I love that. I love the like sort of, I don't know, balanced nature of that, I guess.
Phase 4 has introduced a new thing where a lot of the other phases where stuff was building up to something, and so it was individuals. But also phase 4 now has shown that a lot of things, like if you didn't see WandaVision, you wouldn't get what Multiverse of Madness was doing.
Right.
So it's everything has to be, they're interchangeable pieces, but you have to, see all of them that are for the main storyline. It's not just going to be like, oh, I'm going to skip this, I'm going to skip that. This is going to be like, yeah, it's an Ant-Man story. Same way like Captain America Civil War was a Captain America Bucky story, but it also was like Avengers 2.5. So it's built, it has a lot more at stake than just, okay, because it looks like right now, if Cassie never would have put that beacon off, we might not have seen Kang, and Kang might not, it's like, oh, we just opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Watch your kids.
Well, and there's a way of making those things that they interact that way, but they're not essential. Like, I don't feel like this movie, even though Loki introduces all of these concepts and makes all of this possible, I don't think you necessarily are going to have to know what happened in Loki to understand what's happening with this version of Kang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll have to see this going forward to understand like what Kang is, or
very
because this will be the first big thing that he's being introduced as Kang the Conqueror, the guy that's the big bad of 4 or 5. Yeah,
I'm surprised about the recast for Cassie. It's not like they didn't already have this planned out, and that chick is an established actress. She's in like Supernatural and Freaky Friday, all that stuff. But it's funny because I always thought that the Cassie in Endgame looked too old. She didn't look like the right age for it of only being 5 years. Because when we saw her in Ant-Man 2, she's like a little girl, and you don't come out 5 years. You don't go from 9 to 20. So the casting's better, but I'm just surprised that they didn't already have that planned out. You think we didn't notice, but we did.
At least it's not like the person that's in the new Cassie is a completely, like, it took me a second being like, oh yeah, that's right, that's Cassie, but they recasted her, so it wasn't like it was completely different. But yeah, I do remember seeing that in Endgame being like, wait a second, how old was she? But then again, I've seen some friends of mine, daughters who are like 14, 15, and they could have a fake ID and get into a bar, no problem.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like people grow up too fast.
Yeah, I can't gauge the age of children anymore. Not one bit.
Yeah, I can't either. I was playing at a restaurant a couple months ago, and my niece was with me, and a guy walked up to us and was like, "Can I get you guys a drink?" And I was like, "You can give me a drink." she could not have a drink. Like somebody was a fan of the music and was like wanting to buy us drinks, and I was like, "No, she's 12. Sorry."
Yeah,
never know.
It's scary. It's very scary. Okay, so you guys ready to kind of hit the frame by frame? First thing, is there anything else? The Bill Murray of it all. To me, he looks, just the way he's dressed reminded me of like the Collector and the Grandmaster. Yeah, and I'm wondering if he is another of the brothers. Are there other brothers in comics?
Well, there's not brothers, but there are 6 guys that are there's the Collector, there is the Grandmaster, there is the Champion, there is the Gardener. There's 6 of them. Originally, that's who had the 6 Infinity Stones before, when Thanos was collecting them. How they bring him in here now, who knows? But he could be one of those type
Gardener
of,
sounds like that would make sense for the way it all looked.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you know what the other 2 are? I'm just curious. Sorry to...
I can't remember. It's in Thanos Quest, which was the precursor to the Infinity Gauntlet comic series back in the 90s, and it's been a while since I read that, but... Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm really interested, because it just seems like that might be also just with the people who have played those roles, like you totally see if they setting up those sort of pieces, and eventually if they ever get to interact, them sort of knowing each other. I don't know, it could be cool. Like Bill Murray and Jeff Goldblum on screen together, kind of like giving each other shit about the, like... I don't know, epic nature of the world they've created and with their actions. I don't know. That sounds fun. Okay, so let's do this thing. Frame by frame, baby. So we start out with a picture of San Fran, right? Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna press play here and there so we can move through it. But we see Scott strolling down the street, just strolling. looking
having
very
a good
proud
day.
of himself.
Looking the world's sexiest man.
Looking like Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, exactly.
I really feel like that's like almost a reference, the way those ladies pass by and wave at him and stuff. Except they actually like him. And then they have, we get to him being presented with Employee of the Century.
His face is so blah. He's like, it looks like my driver's license photo.
Yeah. But he's in his...
I love how they have his shirt and his like apron just framed next to the picture too.
Mm-hmm. Like it's like a...
From the 1 hour he got to work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like memorabilia. All right, who's he meeting on the street? Oh, that's his...
Kids. He has his backpack.
Yeah, he's got the backpack, yeah.
Kid with the backpack. Giving him a high five with an Ant-Man backpack. I feel like I want that backpack.
He's come a long way from that scene in Endgame when he was sitting there watching Hulk eat, and he's like, I'm Ant-Man, and the kids are like, okay, why do I care?
Well, that's the thing is like, yeah, it's so funny, but there's this through line of like, he was sad that he wasn't more famous while the Hulk was, and then he went and like started a podcast, and I'm sure he's been doing interviews and stuff. Like he's probably like made himself a celebrity, and he was very essential to the plan, like that brought them all back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And in this, it seems like he might be what kicks off the Kang of it all, which is interesting because it's like,
yeah, he starts it all over again.
Yeah. He like he finished off the last. Like it'd be great if that somehow comes out into the public and everyone turns against him. Like that's like how this movie ends, you know?
Oh,
I don't want that for him.
Scott.
No. Oh, come on. It makes total sense.
It took me a second to realize that was Evangeline Lilly. I had no idea.
I hate her hair. I hate it. I know a lot of people love that cut, but I don't care for it on her. She has a really long face, so a pixie cut on her almost makes her look more like Elven, or like, you know, she was in Lord of the Rings. There's something, you know, that's like a pixie cut on a pixie face. But I liked her hair in Endgame. I'm so partial to longer hair, though.
She looks beautiful to me. I have no comments on the woman's looks.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah, always. That Paul Rudd does not age. It's insane.
Oh.
What does this say? What is this gala he's at? It says like,
I can't read it.
Something service. So I'm assuming it's like some award for like outstanding service or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I wonder when exactly this is going to take place. Is it like right after Endgame? What's the timeline here?
That's a good question.
Because if they're still honoring people, you know,
right? Yeah.
If that's even what it is.
It says Global Service Award is what it says.
Okay.
So maybe he's actually being presented with a Global Service Award for what he did.
I see humanitarian in there.
Okay, humanitarian
Global Service Award. There we go.
Nice.
Good
teamwork.
So it's probably for the both of them.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, she had a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like how you got it paused with the perfect like Paul Rudd grimace smile. He has.
Could play the Grinch with that smile.
I love how the little throwback here where the guy calls him Spider-Man, because right now we got to remember no one knows who Peter Parker is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but to think that he's Spider-Man, although it's could just be like, oh, still to this day, Ant-Man, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just also playing on the fact that he's
a bug,
just a bug hero, and people get him confused.
Yeah. Give me that house.
You have an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man?
How does he afford that house? Oh wait, that's Michael Douglas's house.
Yeah, that's Michael Douglas's house. Hank Pym's house.
That's also the house from Insidious, too.
Is it?
Yeah, they use that house a lot.
Interesting.
I see in San Francisco, that's probably like a $3-4 million house.
Ugh, if not more at this point, it's probably like 7.
No doubt. I guess they moved it back to this location after moving it to the beach. Because remember last time he had shrunk it down and taken it to the beach for Janet.
They were hiding out at that point, though, right? Now they're allowed to just be out and about.
I guess so.
Yeah, you save the universe. I guess you have all your past minor offenses wiped away, maybe.
And we know now that the Sokovia Accords have been repealed from She-Hulk, which is big news in the MCU.
Oh yeah, that was kind of like even like a throwaway line in She-Hulk. Was like, oh yeah, by the way, Discovery records are being repealed. Blah blah blah. I kept going like, wait, what?
Yeah, totally crazy. Okay, so here we have this lab. I'm just like going slow because it seems like there's a lot going on, but we can't really see much of it. I'm just looking for like any Easter eggs or anything. There's like an ant on a screen back there, which makes sense. I guess Cassie has become really good with the tech.
Not that good. Look what she did.
Well, she's so good that she wasn't supposed to be doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Tony's not good with the tech. She's not good in the same way. Yeah. Is that a map of the city?
Kind of looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Either that or like circuitry, but yeah, it looks like a map of the city to me.
I mean, the fact that they're all there, I don't know if this was just like a meeting or they're there to...
What's a Quantumania?
Yeah.
Yeah. The subtitle
Is it supposed to say Cassie?
It's supposed to say quantum, I think. It says, like satellite.
But I don't think so.
Satellite
because she was making a satellite
quantum.
for deep space. Oh, okay.
But for quantum, she says.
Yeah. And then that's when Hope's like, or Janet's like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I think for an older woman too, Michelle Pfeiffer still looks incredible.
Yeah, she looks great.
Oh, 100%.
I think they made her look a little older in this, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying, BVK, you thought it's strange, are they meeting or something? But also they're all like basically family, right?
Yeah.
Just, especially, I don't know where they're in their relationship, if they're dating or married or whatever at this point, but Ant-Man and the Wasp are together, so they're just there with her parents, it just seems like they're all a family.
And you got to assume this too, at this point, they're at the way that the trailer is showing, they all get sucked into the quantum realm here, and Cassie has a suit. So she probably is already Stinger or, something at that point right now to begin with.
Right.
Especially if she's making this, she's already up to the speed on the whole quantum, all that stuff, the PIM particles.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because it doesn't seem like any of them have their suits when they go in, unless they, just like he did in one of the movies, he kept it in his pocket or something.
In his little pocket, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with it being shrunk down, they could all have them like in rings or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because if you take the suit and then like suit and nanotech too, it's just
she's like not again.
Yeah.
I ain't going back.
Yeah, so it does look like they get sucked in and can't get back. So I don't think they're coming back for their suits. So they must, you're right. She must already have a suit.
I have a feeling there could be like they all go there quickly, but then the time displacement when they get into the quantum realm, they're not together in time. It's like, I've been here for 6 months waiting for you. And it's like, I literally came in 2 seconds after you did.
Oh no, yeah, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, but see, then you get to this first it looks like they just arrived here in this scene. He has a suit and she doesn't, which makes me wonder if like maybe Janet has a suit for her or something that she like had made or something, but hasn't given to her yet.
She was living there for many years. I wonder if she has like an apartment or a condo. I don't know. With all her stuff in it.
Comes back there. There's just like a stack of, opens the door and there's a stack of letters and stuff inside there. Like, where have you been? Past due. I don't think so. Because remember, if she was sort of like a, homeless,
like a
vagabond
grifter
type. Yeah. Although we did find out, and I still think that there's going to come points to this because they've shown times in the scenes with the quantum realm that there's like a civilization, and then they show something that sort of looks like it where the TVA is, and then we see the thing here where it's like, oh, they have like a whole civilization. We get to see it finally.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why that's one of the reasons I think that the TVA, I believe the TVA is in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Man, there's just so much going on in these shots, and they're beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, props to just the design department for making it so. I mean, it looks fantastical, but it still looks like, I mean, from what we understand what the quantum realm looks like. But then you get like this guy that's got like a light on his head.
Yeah,
which I don't recognize him at all.
Okay, I was curious if you would recognize him because he looks so like a very signature look. He's got like a tube,
weird,
like a cylinder head.
Looks like a turbine. Is that the right way to say it? Like an airplane? thing that fires out to make the airplanes fly. It almost looks like it's going to generate and pulse out power. You know what I mean? Like it's going to shoot from, and what are they called? Turbines on airplanes?
Turbine. Oh yeah. That's right. I was trying to. Turban is like a cloak that people wear on their heads.
Well, yeah, I know what a turbine is.
Okay, so there's a lot of characters in this that we're looking at for the first time.
Yeah, and it might be kind of hard to even like figure out with any certainty who anyone is.
Yeah, for sure. There's a. I want to be able to zoom. Yeah, I mean, I can make them a little bigger, but that doesn't not really much more quality than what we're looking at.
Right.
All right. Yeah. I guess we'll keep moving. I don't recognize any of these people, but some of the people in the middle with the white outfits look a little like Ghost did, and that makes me wonder if they either did Ghost was she stuck in the quantum realm, or did she just get zapped with the quantum realm?
She had been she got zapped and then had the powers, and it was basically killing her. She was phasing in and out.
Yeah, I just remember if she actually like had any actual experience in the quantum realm, or if it was just. I know he had to like infuse her with quantum energy or something.
Been a minute since I've seen.
Yeah, me too.
Second one. I think that she was pretty much just because her dad was killed, and then Larry Fishburne's character was raising her, and then because she got like the residual stuff from that experiment and has been sort of dying ever since while she's grown, getting the whole. I mean, it got to the crucial point where she was basically dying from it now.
Yeah,
until they stabilized it.
Yeah, some of those characters just kind of had like almost like Ant-Man style masks or Ghost style masks. So I'm wondering if like they're having to protect themselves from the quantum realm or something like that. We see this crazy foliage. Talking about the gardener.
That looks like where she was in the second movie when we find Janet.
Totally. Is that Bill Murray that we're seeing? I can't tell.
That looks more like Michael Douglas.
Oh, it might be. It does look more like Michael Douglas. I just couldn't tell. Yep, you're right.
It's both of them.
Janet.
Yeah, he's got too much hair in the front where Bill Murray's pretty much bald now. Yeah, see, it's both. Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was. Sorry about that. Now, who is that? There's just so many shots in this that have so much going on, and I'm like looking close to see if there's any sort of secrets that we're just not finding.
Well, that might just be Janet. They're all dressed up like that in the next shot.
Okay. Yeah. Is that Janet?
Like that person at the end, it looks like that, whoever that person was.
Looks like they're riding like a quantum manta ray or something.
I'm not just aware of the people, but all the stuff going on in the background. There's just like swirls of like crazy energy everywhere. And I'm like, is there anything like, even in the first movie, there was a shot of what we think is that civilization, like you were talking about, BVK. And it's like right there in the far distant upper right, like it almost looks like there's like a building or something. And I'm just like looking for weird stuff like that. But yeah, then it shows, it looks like, see, I thought that was Cassie, but that's not Cassie. Oh no, that's, the daughter. Hope. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's Hope and Janet.
Yes, I think those are all the Van Dynes right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it looks like maybe they get separated from, like you were saying with the time dilation, Cassie and Scott were the last to go in. So if there's some sort of time dilation, maybe they arrive first or something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that shot looks the most like a city of anything that I've seen so far. Yeah. This looks like Coruscant.
Yeah, it does.
I was going to say, it almost looks like this could be something like you said, where they just stopped off to where Janet had been spending the time there, because it looks like they all have like new garb on, and I mean, they just didn't bring that with them.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Janet is using her knowledge of the quantum realm to help them like survive and dress like they need to or whatever to fit in. Then we get our first shot of Kang. I love that purple and green. I really do.
Yeah, because it's comic like reference, but not like, because his first one was just like bright green, bright purple,
right?
Like wow, this is more subdued and it's more like a matte version of it.
Yeah. And by matte, you mean cool, because matte is synonymous with cool.
Matte with an E.
Damn.
I mean, you're cool too. We know.
Okay, so this looks like Kang is putting some sort of
Harbulary batteries.
Yeah, some harbulary batteries into this device here. And while he's doing this, Janet is saying, "There's something I never told you."
There's your city.
Yeah, that is.
And then we get to see
and then
that.
those look like the rings from what's that planet that Thor or the where they make Stormbreaker and stuff. That place had rings around it, just like that.
Oh,
that might just be a coincidence. Yeah, I wasn't even going to try. Even what's his face says it wrong 3 times and it's in the movie. Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Only Rocket says it correctly.
Yeah, this does remind me a lot of what the TVA looked like too. Like I wonder if you zoomed in on some of these buildings, if there's like time agents working inside these buildings, controlling the flow of time while he's also preparing these fleets of conquering ships, which we just saw and did not even comment on. There's looks like a fleet of ships, just wild. Or is that not?
I have a thing that she's something I never told you was there's a group here that controls everything. And they're, but something's wrong now. Like something happened to screw this all up. And
oh.
Well, and
that doesn't seem like, would that be something the TVA would be amassing? Like all those ships and troops and...
I don't know.
We saw at the end of Loki, the TVA is now like, serving Kang the Conqueror, it appears, instead of serving, the fake characters, whatever, the trio of characters. So I don't know. This looks like maybe not... maybe the TVA is one form of control he has, but he's also building these sort of violent conquering.
Well, if you remember too, the TV when they were doing the storyline when they were explaining the multiverse, that Nathaniel Richards, He Who Remains, is the same. That was whatever Earth they were on or the multiverse was his version of it. That was like Nathaniel Richards, and made it seem like all the people that were. The reason why they stopped it was because Kang was in all the different multiverses was going crazy. So that's why they said, okay, we're going to cut this out. So having ours be the He Who Remains, unless it's just unless that was pulled from somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Is that we found out from Loki that variants could either be the same but different person, or they could just look completely different.
Right. You mean so the look of them? They can look different.
The look of them, yeah. So but I would assume that someone that looks like so the He Who Remains looked like Loki or looked like Kang, that had to be a variant of Nathaniel Richards from somewhere. It didn't mean it had to be from this timeline. It could have been from a different timeline or a different universe.
Yeah, the rules are squirrely because you can also have Spider-Man as 3 different actors, but also Peter Parker. So they're all Peter Parker. So Nathaniel Richards could even be different versions of Nathaniel Richards. Right. Could look different in different ways. And that's the thing is we could find out that any character at any point we could find it as a variant.
They're not going to do that with Jonathan Majors because he's such a good actor. I doubt that they would have somebody else play a different. He's going to do all of the versions, I'd bet. Because he's very diverse.
I agree. He's a great actor, but I would not be surprised at all if we find out that someone else in the story we find out all of a sudden is just also a Kang from some variant that because in the comics Kang has weird animal versions of himself and all kinds of craziness, and he can look like different people, and he's just wildly different in different universes.
And he even puts himself with him because he's basically a huge, he destroys and conquers timelines. He goes all over the place. Even on the Earth 616 timeline, he goes back into the past and then moves forward with that. So he's all over the place. So we could find out somewhere that, he's already been here a long time ago, but he got killed off or something like that. Or with them having that whole TVA thing where they just stopped it, this could be his first incursion back from however long ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right.
So as we were saying, there's all these ships that look like they're amassing for battle, like Ashley said. They're in columns of troops looking like they're getting on these maybe carrier ships or something. I assume this is like some sort of conquering force to go into different realities, but I don't know. They do look like they have little blue heads. Maybe they're all Kangs.
They probably are.
He went to every timeline and grabbed everybody.
It's Attack of the Clones. Please.
Yeah.
Can we not, please?
Can we not? And we got a shot of Scott looking trepidatious.
Still hot.
I think he looks older there than I've ever seen him look, though. Still hot. Don't get me wrong.
Still hot. Always an 11. That's those kids. Kids will age you, man.
Oh, yeah. Truth. We get this beautiful shot of some sort of platform being like sort of constructed around Kang. Oh, it's so good. That looks so pretty. I get the feeling some of this might also be like backstory, like who is Kang? And then they like talk about him like building his forces here and stuff. I don't know.
I guarantee that's what the whole, there's stuff I didn't tell you and it's not what you think. And then we're gonna.
Exactly.
I would honestly prefer for the movie to open with Kang stuff because I really don't think they explained in Loki enough what happened after Sylvie killed him. Oh
no. Well, after Sylvie killed him, it just like opened up the idea there could be more Kangs. So like,
no, I get that was what was supposed to happen, but we don't know what happened. I'd like a little context.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely want backstory on this version of Kang.
Yeah.
And
I don't think that's Hope anymore. I really don't. I don't know who that is with the red cloak, but now that cloak looks brown. I don't know what's going on here. And
it looks like someone who's experienced too, which why it made me think Janet. Because she seems to know this device, but she is wearing red like Hope was earlier. And is there.
Maybe it is the same outfit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I said, okay, I think it's Janet because Janet also has red sleeves on and has that black cloak. So yeah, that's Janet. Opening that spherical thing.
But all that looks like the circles on Scarlet Witch's comic outfits. Her new one, the like circles going up the front of her knees.
Well, you've also got all these glyphs and stuff that just remind me so much of. They're a little more like sci-fi looking, but it reminds me of what we talk about with WandaVision, where they have the different glyphs and stuff.
It's a Stargate.
Yeah, exactly. All 26 chevrons or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, so then we get this shot of them going into some sort of bar, which I don't know. It just excites me because it just seems like there's this whole society down here.
You go into some place that's different. You got the obligatory cantina scene.
Yep.
Where there's weird looking aliens.
Absolutely. Well, in most good things that happens, like I feel like if it were a less interesting story, it would just be let's just go in and then it's just a bad guy and we just have to fight him. But like this is like, seeing what's up in the underworld, what's up in this bar. What are they smoking out of that green thing?
Hookah. Yeah. That's a fishbowl.
Mysterio confirmed.
Mysterio.
Wait, Mysterio's already been around.
All right, we got just interesting looking aliens, and then we have this glorious shot of Bill Murray looking very fantastic.
Yeah, he looks very like kind of fancy for that place. Like he is almost like a sort of posh, like that has to look always prim and proper, like his brother or the other elders.
Agreed.
If he is an elder, I would assume he'd be an elder. You've already gotten the Benicio del Toro and Jeff Goldblum, like these big established actors. They don't really need to have a huge impact on it. Let's have him, the big name that we knew, wouldn't expect it, and be like, oh yeah, he's, one of the other guys, one of the other elders.
He's like the mayor of this town or something.
Yeah.
See, to me, it looks like he's like a traveling dignitary because he's like arriving on a ship and like the way he like has these guards behind him and removes the glasses. It looks like he's like, or just arrived.
It just seems like everybody, that's how they travel around in there though. On ships.
Yeah, maybe.
That doesn't look good.
No, this does not look good. It looks like Ant-Man had some sort of fight and there's all those ships and Ant-Man is humongous. And you can see the Wasp in this shot too, by the way, that little yellow flint of light.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to that shot of her with Ant-Man behind her. and he's huge and she's tiny.
This
And they're surrounded by alien ships.
that must be Kang coming to meet them.
Yeah, that's got to be Kang.
I still think he could tear pretty good with being big. Those ships didn't look like too big of a problem for that big. I just swat them away.
Yeah. Just fly.
Why is it always got to be bugs? Why do they always got to look like bugs?
Why is it always got to be bugs? You know, we keep assuming this is all Kang's people or whatever, but Kang needs help from Scott in this situation. You could kind of imagine that this is a story of like, what if someone else has control of this realm and Kang's been trapped down here, and now with like, he enlists Ant-Man's help to take down like some sort of dictator of this realm, and then they escape together. And
Bill Murray.
Like, oh, you helped the wrong guy. Whoops.
Yeah, like almost like they have all of the like Janet and Scott and all those guys trapped there with Kang because they both think that they're prisoners, but Kang's there for the reason of he's King the Conqueror. So it's like, you help me, I help you, you get out, but here's the stitch. You got to take me with you to your place, and then when you do, I'll
no good.
Loose.
Yeah. Like what if all of these, all of this stuff they end up fighting in this with all these different things is just a different, like a third party completely, not even related to what Kang's trying to do.
No. Or just like they're the people there that are trying to keep him away from everything else because they know all the stuff that's gone on in the past with that character,
right?
Him destroying everything.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. He's in a place where he doesn't have that power or whatever.
Right. Where he could just be like, oh, what have I done? That's the last line that Scott has in it. Like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
And then here we go.
And now he has to go do interviews about how he caused the next big problem.
Yeah.
So then we get this really crazy shot of some sort of alien bug creature, quantum realm bug creature. Its face opens like a fly trap and has like, almost looks like, I don't know, like bioluminescent, almost technological stuff in the back of his throat. Looks really scary. This beautiful shot of Ant-Man right here.
I say it looks like he got
kicked.
Belt.
Yeah, he looks swollen. His face is all
that
messed
lightning's
up.
doing some weird shit with my eyes. What's going on behind them? It's almost like it's breaking the fabric of.
Yeah, it looks almost like a heat, like the way heat causes stuff to warp when you look at it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so Ant-Man and the Wasp are both standing there getting look like they've gotten their butt kicked, and there's some sort of heat ray laser things dancing around them.
Very strange.
And then same with I think that might be the same scene. I thought I saw, no, maybe not. I thought I saw some of those heat rays, but nope, never mind. You got Michael Douglas and Hank Pym and Janet. I keep going like Michael Douglas and Janet or whatever.
Michelle and Hank.
Yeah, exactly.
The Van Dynes.
And then this shot. Yes. What is going on
No
here?
clue.
Yeah, he's getting
his own symbiote. I don't know.
It
almost looks like what Thanos was doing.
Oh no. Look at this. There's a bunch of versions of him over to the right. So that's one version of him that looks like it's collapsing down into himself. So like there's a giant man version of Scott running, and it looks like it is being collapsed down into himself.
Maybe he's showing him how the other Ant-Mans were killed in other universes.
Yeah, or getting some sort of picture of how like the multiverse and different versions of yourself work. Because look at this. Like there's like 1,000 Ant-Mans in the background.
Yeah, you get to see a whole bunch of them.
That is cool. That is very cool.
No, she has a suit.
Yep. Then we get Cassie running in her suit.
This is all your fault. She's got to answer the questions.
Yeah, that's true. He should get her on the podcast and blame her. And throw your kids under the bus.
Here, this is the money shot right here.
Very blue.
Yes.
Man, just
money shot. Blue face of Kang descending on a little disc. Oh, looks so good. And then Scott, Cassie, and Hope looking up at Kang, it looks like. But I don't know if this is the same shot or not, but that's what they're going for. That is, man. And then the last shot is what appears to be Kang, kind of like.
Oh, he's so hot too. Did you see
for Creed 3?
The trailer for Creed? Oh my god, I can't even handle those two in a movie together.
I mean, I saw the pictures of him, but it in that like the training sequences and that. My God, that guy got. I mean, because I remember seeing him and. Mega test like in Lovecraft Country. He was a big guy because he's just a big guy.
Yeah, big dude.
He's big. He's like 6'4".
But seeing him now, and he was just like, I mean, he had like a 12-pack, man. That guy, it was just like, holy cow.
Yep.
Yeah, you get in that Marvel, and I thought it was Marvel shape, but no, it was boxing movie shape. It's Rocky Balboa shape.
You've got Killmonger and Kane going at each other.
So proud of the most famous fake person of our town. We're like, let's build him a statue.
I cannot wait for that. Oh, by the way, I think I've been messing up. Am I wrong? Isn't Michael B. Jordan directing that? Didn't I see that on the trailer this weekend? I did not know that. I've been talking about that movie thinking Ryan Coogler was still directing it, but it makes sense that he's busy.
I think he wrote it or did something with the executive producer. That was the first thing I saw. It's like directed by Michael B. Jordan.
I did not know he was directing it, and that's super cool.
Yeah. Well, didn't Stallone direct, or he wrote the first Rocky?
Yes, he wrote the first one. I don't know who directed it.
And they didn't even ask him. There's some drama there. They didn't even ask him to be in this one or something.
I wonder what the drama is. I don't, I think it's fine to do a Creed story without Rocky. But like, I see why they want to try to get that to stand on its own 2 feet or whatever. But like, yeah. It's sad to lose Rocky from the story, though.
Yeah.
So in this, we have he asks Ant-Man for help and says he can get them home, and I believe he says he can get her more time. What is he talking about?
I mean, well, the kid probably caused the problem, and then the easiest way to get somebody to do what you want is to take their kid. Or do something to their child. Yeah. So it's either her or Hope, somebody he loves.
Her or Hope or Janet. I don't know. Someone more time. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. They give you enough to just talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Like we're doing and what we'll be doing for, I'm sure we'll have another trailer.
Yeah.
This is the next movie after Black Panther. It goes Ant-Man, right? There's so there's not going to be anything more for them to, unless they drop something. I'm trying to think when this comes out. No, it might be before the Super Bowl. But this could be it. I mean, they can pretty much give you everything you need to know. At least a basis now of, okay, this is, it is going to be pretty much in the quantum realm the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I would go see this tomorrow. I don't think I need any more information at all, but I'm sure we'll get one more trailer. Hopefully it won't reveal too much. I love that how we're like, I don't want to know too much, but let's watch it frame by frame.
Yes. So we can know exactly.
This didn't feel like the official trailer. This is a short.
Oh yeah. A lot of times the first official is kind of like that. It's more than a teaser. Like there's a good bit in there, but yeah.
Yeah. I usually assume like teaser trailers are the one that show a lot of footage from like the previous stuff. And like, this is what you think it is. And then it's not like the last, like the final trailer for Wakanda Forever. It's like, I think they give up like most of that movie away. And they're looking at it like, okay, well, we know this person's this. We just don't know who the Black Panther is, but
yeah. I feel like the last trailer, and I won't get into it here because I feel like some people are avoiding that information. The last trailer felt like it straight up gave away who the Black Panther is. But yeah. We have a couple people in the feedback real quick. Jay Snide 70 says, tagged us and said, do we think this is the Kang of all Kangs that we are getting, or is there an even more twisted Kang we get introduced to? What do you guys think?
I'm sticking by the thing that he's there because he is the end all be all, the one that's going to destroy stuff, because we've heard him say I've killed Avengers, I've done that. I'm sure they're not going to start throwing, there's 50 of them here, but I still think he's there as sort of like he's been imprisoned there, or he's trapped there, not on his own, accord. He's there for a reason. They're trying to keep him from continuing his, reign of terror or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very possible. Very possible. I don't know what has trapped him there, but either that or he's trapped there, serendipitously, and whatever his powers, he doesn't have his powers there or something, and can't do the things that Kang can do in the regular realms.
Right. And that could explain too, because his main thing was he was a time traveler.
Yeah.
And we find out that in the MCU, time travel is possible through the quantum realm.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how he's used it before, and something's happened, and, that's how he lost his vehicle or mechanism or his little, fob thing on his wristwatch, and so he got stuck there.
Maybe Bill Murray trapped him and has his way of getting home. He's trapped there, and Bill Murray's like the leader of that realm or the quantum realm. We have Meegs11 says we have incredible ideas going on in the chat. If anybody tags us really fast and tells us if there's an incredible idea that we should talk about, we would love to. But we got to go here in a minute.
TikTok.
I know. We got to go here in a second, but just if anybody could tag us real fast.
Oh, sorry everyone, it's my birthday. I gotta go.
It's Ashley's birthday.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go. So we're just about to wrap up.
Courtney actually has a good thing. She said, "What if Janet had Kang help her get her message out, and now she owes him something? He's just been trying to get out." So he was sort of just like,
oh, like he put her signal out or something. That initial.
Yeah, no, I was wondering about that. If she had a relationship with Kang prior to this, like if she was down there that long and knows Kang.
I sure would have. What do you want me to do for you, baby? I am stuck here with nothing else to do.
I'll be back for you. Trust me.
Yeah. Love it. Or if it wasn't Kang, it could have been whoever else runs that realm, and maybe she's sort of on the run from whoever runs this realm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we are going to get out of here. Thank you guys for joining us, and thanks for the people who tagged us with some feedback. BBK, thank you for being here, bud. Tell them real quick where they can find your stuff.
Well, you can check us out. We are at strandedpanda.com, Source Pages, Reading Collective podcast. We deal with comics and novels as primers and just cool stuff like that. We actually just redropped, because it was one of the first episodes Haley and I ever recorded, Who is Kang the Conqueror, Nathaniel Richards, He Who Remains.
Yeah.
It was our episode 4, and I think we're recording episode 60 tonight. We're doing Black Adam review and comparison. So yeah, we drop stuff usually about once a week, and wherever you can find podcasts, that's where we're at.
That's awesome. Yeah, please check out Source Pages, everybody. And we'll be back soon. And Ashley, wonderful casting with you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Woo. Go party.
Woo.
Right.
Yeah, for my birthday, everybody go over to Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater and give us a 5-star review.
Yes.
We are doing a contest until the 31st, up to Halloween. Everybody who submits one is in the running for a curated t-shirt from yours truly.
Yeah.
So head over there. We're going to have Halloween on the feed is going to be bumping. We have some specials to drop on Monday, so it'll be fun.
That is very exciting. We'll definitely... Everybody go do it. Everybody go give a 5-star review to Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater.
We've had some amazing ones come in too. And we've got a lot of love since we put it on the cast. Even people who are like, I didn't think I wanted to even listen to the show or about movies that I didn't see. And yeah, the feedback's been great.
That's awesome.
Yay.
I love it. I love
Makes
it.
my little black heart happy.
She won't let it change too much, but you're warming her little black heart. Won't let it get too
It does
warm.
bring a smile to my face.
Well, that's awesome. And yeah, if for no other reason, all the reasons we've tried to convince you to go give a 5-star review of Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater, do it for her birthday. Come on. It's her birthday. Biggest birthday present is 35 5-star reviews.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll pay for the international shipping for your shirt. Don't worry.
Nice. All right. We love you guys. Peace.
Bye.
Until next time, true believers.
Oops.
No.
I was waiting for you to do it, Brian.
I don't know.
Thank you for joining us for the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. Available everywhere you get podcasts, and now a video version streaming live on twitch.tv/strandedpandatv and available at youtube.com/strandedpanda. And if you'd like to learn more about all of our other podcasts, geeky projects, and ways to support the network, visit strandedpanda.com.